Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and today we have this beautiful equation and we're going to solve it. But to start, first of all, this is a square root, so this part and this part, they have to be greater than or equal to 0. So solving this first part, we're gonna have square root of 23 plus this root of x over root of x has to be greater than or equal to 0. So from here we have that x has to be different from 0, and this part would be square root of 23 plus square root of x. This is greater than or equals 0. So keeping this here, we're gonna have this is going to be this side minus square root of 23. So we have a square root and the answer has to be a positive number, right? Well, it thinks x is a positive number, so this won't work, so we're gonna reject this. Second part is this one, so we will have square root of 23 minus square root of x over square root of x. This has to be greater than or equal 0. And from here we have the same x in denominator has to be different from 0, right? And x as well, right, has to be greater than 0, right? So no, greater than 0. It's not hard. It's if it becomes 0, it's going to be impossible to divide by 0, right? So the same would be here, x greater than 0. And solving this, we will have square root of 23 multiplying this by 0 would be 0 minus square root of x. This would be greater than equal to 0. So this would go that side, right? Minus square root of x is going to be greater than or equals to minus square root of 23. So if you multiply both sides by -1, you'll have square root of x less or equal to square root of 23. So you cancel this and you have this as answer, okay, 23. Okay, so our condition to solve this problem would be x, I would have x less than 0 and x less than or equals to 23. Okay, so given this, we can solve now our equation. But to simplify the solution of this, well, I'm going to pick this part and simplify this. Okay, so the first part is square root of 23 plus square root of x over square root of x, right? So this would be distributing the denominator. We're gonna have this plus square root of x over square root of x, which would be, well, this one we have square root in here, square root in here, so we can keep one root and divide the element in them, right? And this would be plus 1. And the second one would be 23 minus square root of x over square root of x, and this would be square root of 23 and over square root of x minus square root of x over square root of x, and this would be 23 over x, and this will be -1. So now we can rewrite our equation considering these transformations, right? So we would have square root of 23 over x, okay, plus 1, and plus square root of 23 over x minus 1, and this would be equal to square root of 2. So I'm gonna keep this one, okay? So I'm gonna keep this 23 over x plus 1, and I'm gonna send this one to the other side of the equation, so it will be equals to square root of x minus square root of 23 over x minus 1 Okay, so now I'm going to square both sides of the equation. So this is square and this is square. In here, so first of all, from this we'll cancel this, and we will only be with the square root of 2023 over x plus 1, and this would be equal this one square. This is, we have in this case a minus b squared, right? So this is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So square root of 2 squared, it gives 2 minus 2 times square root of 2 times square root of 2023 over x minus 1 plus this term square. We will cancel this square, right? So we would rest only with this inside. So we will have square root of we will have only square root of 2023 over x minus 1, which is this term inside of this square, right? So now guys, what we can do is you see that this term is equal to this term, right? So 0, because they are in different side of the equation. So now you have 2 minus 1, it's 1, so you rest with 1 here, and you have 1 here, so you cancel, it's 0 again. So you have 0 equals to minus 2 square root of 2 times this square, which is this 1023 minus x. So now guys, well, you can see you can simplify this with 0, right? So you will have we will have here square root of 2023 over x minus 1 equals to 0. Well, squaring both sides of the equation, if we square this side of the equation and this side of the equation, you cancel this, and you have square root of 2023 over x minus 1 equals to 0. Okay guys, now if, well, let's send this one to this side of the equation. Well, let me find a paper here. Okay guys, so now solving this part, we will have square root of 2023 over x minus 1 equals to 0, which is the continuation of this. So square root of 2023 over x would be equals to 1. So this is square and this is square. We cut this and we have 2023 over x, which is going to be equal to 1. So it means that 2023 is equals to 1 times x, it's x. So our x is equal to 2023. Okay guys, so this is our solution for our problem. If you want, we can verify this very quickly. Okay, so we will have here just look at this. If I put 2023 in here, it would be 0, right? It's 0 over square root of 2023, it's 0. But if I put here 2023, it would be 2 square root of 2023 over square root of 2023. This would be equals to I will simplify and I will get only 2. So I will have square root of 2 equals square root of 2. You can verify this. So I'm gonna end here for the video, not getting too long. Thank you very much for watching. See you next video. Thank you. Subscribe.